Hey guys, welcome to Lucid 9G and it's me Pranjal. As it's the weekend, I have been spamming Gwent and we are kind of playing a Lippy deck today. Now, uh, it's not the usual degenerate Lippy. We have actually used the new cards which we got as part of Witcher expansion. So, to be honest, Lippy was actually pretty strong deck before the expansion, and after the expansion with the addition of cards like the location artifact and Snowdrop and the Bear Witchers, this deck is like super broken. There's a lot of points here, and yep, you can now bleed the opponent more heavily as as Lippy was already like super good for bleeding the opponent. So yeah, just to give you the overview of the deck, we have got Oneiromancy. It's the default in almost all the decks. We have got Cerys. In ideal case, we're gonna play our Cerys twice. We have got Karate Heat Wave, and we have got our Totem. And like the deck name, we have got Lippy. We have got few thinning tools, Roach and Knickers. Now this is the new addition. We have got actually the location artifact, and we have got this for our Bear Witcher. So we are gonna make sure that our Bear Witcher already play for 8 points, and then we are gonna heal. We are gonna play our Bear Witchers on the either sides of our location artifact, so we're gonna heal them too. So um, each Bear Witcher in an ideal case we're gonna play for 11 points, so that is kind of pretty huge for a 5 provision card. Now instead of going for wild card or something, yep, we have actually gone for Blue Boy Lugos. Now wild card is kind of fine card, but it goes pretty tall, and with Blue Boy Lugos, if the opponent has got access to tall removals, we are not going that much tall here. So I think only our Snowdrop goes tall in this deck, which is maximum like 14. So yep, if the opponent wants to use it, he can kind of use it. So yeah, we don't really care about opponent using his heat wave or all that stuff on Snowdrop, which will most likely be in round 1. So other than that, we have got Brianna. It's again a nice drawing card, and other than that, the new addition is here Quartermaster. To be honest, Quartermaster is like pretty strong card, so it does give us option for a self damage, and for every damage it does spawn a Witcher student, so it's like super nice card. Now I think the only downside of the deck is that we are only having 2 Gutting Slashes and Heat Wave as our removal options, and to be honest, Gutting Slash is like 4-point damage, and nowadays for a 4 damage we cannot really remove like 90% of the cards in the game, and the Bloodthirst is there, but with Lippy most of the times we won't be getting Bloodthirst. So yeah, that's the bit of a downside of this deck. I'll say that we don't really have that much of a removal option, but anyways, other than that, we have got two cards of Savage Spear. We have got our Hunter here, so this is basically to bleed our Blue Boy Lugos, so we can damage more of opponent's cards, and we have got 2 discard cards and 1 more drawing cards. So yeah, that is like the overall walkthrough of the deck. So it's kind of like similar with what Lippy used to be before the expansion, but I'll say that with the addition of Snowdrop and the location artifact and Bear Witcher, it's kind of have gone very strong. Now there can be some changes made in this deck. You can kind of remove the Snowdrop from here and one of the 5 provision card and add Curse of Corruption, but I like this version better, so I have gone with this. So yeah guys, let's see how we do against the real opponent with this deck. So yeah guys, let's head into the gameplay. So yeah guys, you won't believe what I did in the first matchup, so I'm not even gonna show you that. So let's assume that we didn't had our first match, and let's go to the new first match for today, and I'll try to not make some stupid mistakes. Yeah, I should actually try to be more focused on while playing Gwent matches, as I'm prone to making some stupid mistakes. Anyways, let's hope we are playing against an interesting deck. Well, it's shield wall, not really interesting, but let's see if we can kind of, you know, win against it. We do have Oneiromancy, so we can kind of get our Cerys. We don't really want Roach. Now we do have some drawing cards, but other than that, I mean, I've kind of messed Diana here, so yep, I think we are good with this hand. So we are just gonna start straight with our Cerys, just so that we don't draw into any of the shield maidens. Okay. So maybe let's just put this down, that shield, so we can kind of stop it from growing and going out of control. I mean, I don't really know why he used shield on this. Or maybe he's playing the Witcher deck, you know. Well, okay.
So many of them, I'd have to aim to miss.
So maybe let's just go with this. We kinda do want him to kill our Savage Bear here, so you know, we can get more points from this one. Now a decoction here would actually be good. Do we even have decoction in our deck? Nope. So yeah, that is one of the few bad things in its deck, as we don't really have a lot of removal. It's Heat Wave and, you know, to Gutting Slash, but Gutting Slash is like, it's only 4 damage unless you have got Bloodthirst, and with Lippy you don't really get much of that. So yeah, there are kind of few issues here and there, but anyways, we are just gonna go with our plan here. Okay. Now next we can play some of our drawing cards here, and maybe we can put this down. I mean, he's not actually using this, so you know. Okay, so he's playing that. He's playing Revenants along with Shield Wall. Let's hope he doesn't have any more of these. I mean, if he has more of that, we can actually deal 3 damage. But only after few turns. So actually that pair is gone, so you know, we can play this one for 8 points, which is actually pretty good. We can target this. Well, I mean, we are kind of going second, so we wanna bleed our opponent as much as possible. So he is actually setting up more of his engines, which is actually pretty scary. You know what? Let's put bleed on that, so it can go down to 2 points, and then maybe if we're still playing that deep in round, we can kind of kill this frigate as long as he doesn't have any ways to boost it up. Now the thing is that he still has 5 points here, and it's like 4 points a turn, and with 1 point here it's more like 5 points a turn, so that's kind of huge. But the bad thing for him is that his engines are kind of manual. He has to uh, click on them to get points. So if he passes, I think we should be able to catch up with our Brianna and other thinning cards. So yeah, good. I mean,
They charge.
okay.
Ah, swarm will stop him.
So it does have zeal. Let's kind of hold this card and let's go for our.
Don't you pester
Okay,
me.
we certainly cannot discard this, so we may as well just go ahead and discard that. Now let's hope that we don't draw into some of the good cards then that we don't really want to discard here. So if he's not really gonna use his charges here, so we may as well just remove it via heat wave, and we can kind of get rid of one of his frigates if he doesn't boost that one up. Okay, so he's kind of going all in here. Well, that is kind of a lot of points, and he has yet to play a card.
The sky'll burn with the eternal fire.
Well, if you ask me, the good thing here is that
All that dancing around. It's not for me.
all the Radiant archers are now out, so we don't really have to worry about that in the upcoming rounds. So yeah, he has got like 3 points here. So if he uses all these 3 charges, we're gonna play this, so it's gonna at least survive for 1 turn. Now we can kind of play our Brianna here, but if we draw into some of the good cards, then it will be an issue to discard. Okay, that's a huge commitment. I don't really think that we can match it up.
The traitors will pay for it.
Okay, so it's 22 points of difference. That even if we play our Brianna and high roll into these 2 cards, I mean it's not really gonna be enough, so it will be a pass, which is kind of a bad thing, as in Lippy you do want to win round 1 and bleed opponent in round 2, but he's kind of way out of our hands now. Okay, so now let's see. Okay, I mean it's an alright hand. What we are missing is maybe we don't really want Bear Witcher here. What do we want it? I mean, he can kind of push. We don't really know that for now. You know what? Let's just keep this for now. Now the thing is, if he's gonna bleed us, should we play Brianna as our first card? So you know, we can kind of discard these as in case we do into our Snowdrop or you know Lippy and all that stuff. So yeah, he is thinking of bleeding us, which is actually kind of good for us. As being Lippy, we do want the final round to be as short as possible. But for him, I think the good decision will be to just take a leave. So maybe he's like, you know, he's still a Revenant kind of deck. So he played that, and if we play our totem here, we can even play this, can we? It's Adrenaline 4. No. So if we play our totem here, it's gonna be 8-point play, so we will gonna have a card advantage, which is kind of good. So yeah, let's just go ahead. And maybe now we can play our Brianna here. Okay, so he played that. Okay, so should we just let it live? That's the question.
We shall do it my way.
Okay, so you know what, we're gonna discard our Quartermaster here. It's kind of a good card actually, but if he's able to spawn one of his Revenants, we can kind of deal 3 damage. Okay, I'm kind of stupid, I forgot about this. Dude. Okay, good thing that we are not getting punished because of our mistake here. So, you know what? Let's play this. Go for this. Play it here.
Double the
Guys,
card and consider it done.
let's do it. Now, even if he can deal 2 damage from one of his cards in hand, we can kind of kill the copy of Revenant. And I mean, there is no way like he can kind of catch up. So I think we are gonna have a card advantage. Yep, so he has paused, and to be honest, I think we are kind of in a strong position here going in round 3. Okay, okay. So what are we missing here? The 2 main cards. I mean, we are going first, right? Yes. So we can use our Snowdrop to get these 2 out of our hands. Yep, I think we are having an ideal scenario here. So let's play our Snowdrop.
Little cockle perched upon a fence.
Cool. Let's put these back in the deck. Now we have to remember that we had to play the Bear Witcher on the either side of our location artifact. so we can kind of heal it.
For this most beautiful of
Okay,
maidens,
so I
I shall
think
fight
we
100
can play
duels.
our blue white Lugos here. It's actually pretty good play, and
For the
we
clan!
are having our leader for this. Should we go ahead? Yep. Yeah, so now we can kind of use this location artifact to heal our blue boy Lugos as well as their Witcher. I think it's game over for him. I don't really see him winning this game. I mean, the main combo of our deck is still in our hand.
Settle this amicably, you know.
Okay, so let's just go for our Lippy here. Yep.
Time for some marauding.
I hate when they all come on the melee row. Now, as long as Nickers don't come on melee row, I think we should be good. Yep. So yeah, guys, Lippy is brutal, man. There's just a lot of point, and with Snowdrop in the deck and location artifact and the Bear Witcher, there's just a lot of points in the Lippy right now. It can be assimilate.
I forgive you.
I mean, he's gonna play Warded the All-Seeing and all that shit, right? Well, we kind of do want our Lippy here in hand. It will be game over if our opponent drew it. Our hand. To be honest, even our Cerys is there. And we don't even have Oneiromancy, so we are missing all the big things here. I mean, Oneiromancy is there, sorry about that. But Lippy is kind of important. I mean, super important. Okay, let's keep this for now. So we have to play our Oneiromancy a bit carefully. I want him to use his wallet if he is having it, and then I'm gonna use our Oneiromancy so we can remove the top card, which is gonna be Cerys, I think. I mean, it's gonna be Cerys. It's 11th provision and the piece then. Okay. So what should we play? I think we are gonna go with Blue by Lugos here. Yep. I mean, I shouldn't really have played it on melee, but round 1 is fine, I think. Now maybe our logo is okay, so he is kind of full assimilate, which I kind of respect. Even I want to try assimilate after our post expansion. I haven't really played with assimilate, so yeah, it's on my list too. So we can play our Snowdrop here, right? Yeah, we're gonna get 2. Okay, don't really want these. It was a bad play on my part. I mean, we can still put one more leader charge on our Lugos. So yeah, anyways, I think the next plan, the next card I think we have to gonna go for Oneiromancy, or we can kind of play Savage Bear, and then after that, if still he doesn't go for Warded, then we are gonna go for our Oneiromancy and get the Cerys out, so we can kind of play our drawing cards, and that way we won't be breaking our Cerys. Okay, so he's playing Vigo.
What is truth if not an illusion? Tremble before the light of the great sun.
Okay, let's go for this. I mean, we are going second actually, right? Yup. Well, that spot is pretty broken about Lippy. We cannot even tell who is going first. Lippy is just too powerful. Okay, so he is having informants, and we really would not be playing a lot on our melee row, so we don't fill it up in round 3. So yeah, let's go for our Cerys now, and let's hope he doesn't have wallet in his hand,
No rest, no reprieve.
because now if he plays that, he's gonna put Lippy on top. Okay, so it's an all-out similar, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we are, I mean, we will kind of be filling our melee row completely after we play our Brianna here.
We shall do it my way.
Okay, cool, we have got Lippy in hand, so that is one headache less.
Not the likes of overseas
Whoa.
water and springtime.
They have changed their animation, right? They are coming like this. Holy shit. So we have won it on even. I mean, I don't really even blame him. Lippy with Snowdrop and Brianna, you know, if we have got all the cards that we want in our hand, then it's pretty much a done deal. We just cannot do anything against Lippy. So yeah, we are gonna beat him. That's what Lippy degenerates do. Kind of want, maybe Totem is kind of good. Actually, Quartermaster is kind of nice here. Our Savage Bear is gonna play for 8 points, I assume. Do we have one? Yep. It's gonna play for 8 points, so let's keep it. We really don't want this. Not it. Okay. Good, good. That's good. What should we play here? Let's just start with.
Hey,
Yes.
listen here. Listen well.
Okay. I mean, it's not really that bad, but I kind of wanted it to play via Lippy anyways.
Hide your stench.
That's at least one place less that's gonna come on our melee row in round 3.
Then into the mud.
So not really that bad. So what should we play here? I mean, to be honest, Simulate doesn't really have any removals, right? So we can kind of play our Quartermaster here. We should be safe enough. To be honest, Quartermaster is pretty powerful. I mean, it's a 8-point play and it damages too. What the? Okay, so our opponent is very desperate here. So, I mean, let's just play it anyways. We don't really have anything else, so we have damaged this, and then, you know,
Great victories require
so
great
yeah,
sacrifice.
we can kind of commit our heat wave here, as I don't really see any point in keeping our heat wave till round 3. We're gonna use it on Glennis. Yep. So can we start playing these? That's the question. It's adrenaline 4. Yep, we can kind of start playing this. Now I do want to kill this, but
All that dancing
let's
about.
just go
Not for me.
that plan anyways. So now he's gonna have to play some informants or something if he wants his assimilate ancient to stay alive. Okay, that is a big commitment. Bratons.
My loyalty is to Imperial coin, not to the face depicted.
Actually, he's gonna go for Savage Bear and he's gonna get 8 points from that.
Stick my nose where it
That
doesn't
is pretty
belong.
good for him. Okay, maybe we should have used, I mean we cannot really use our Oneiromancy. So he's gonna use, holy shit, so it's gonna play for what, 10 points? No, okay, only one is in the graveyard, okay, but still he catched up pretty quick. But it's
Double the coin and
fine.
consider it done.
I mean Lippy now has a lot of point too. Holy shit, full plating, huh? I mean we don't really play, I mean we don't really care about card advantage with Lippy, so you know
I divined this
we don't really
marvelous
care about it
flowers
that
once.
much. Now the thing is, should we Lippy in this round or in the next round? That is the question. So yeah, let's just remove that.
Hail, Kerzer! Sure, you can get him, long as you don't mind losing an arm.
I mean, how much point does Lippy gives us? It's a 4 point and we get Roach and Knickers maybe. So 6, 4, 10 point, so 10 point play. He does get us ahead, you know, in case Knickers comes out. But I mean, I don't really know if we need to do it in round 3. I mean, this is on alright cards, so yeah, I think let's just pass here. Well, the 5 card game still favors Lippy, and let's hope that we get totem out of those 5 cards in our deck. So I think that may be a good time to do Lippy then. Yep, removal is good. Even this is gonna play for, you know, I mean it's gonna damage 3 also. Okay, so only totem is remaining, so let's remove one of these, getting slashes. Yep, nice. So I think that this should be a good enough hand. Now he's gonna be setting up his engines here, yep. And we kind of don't really want all those things to stick. So let's just remove what we can. So our next play is gonna be, I think, totem. We can play our Bear Witcher too. The second last card is gonna be our Lippy, and then it will be okay. So he does have ball, huh? I kind of forget that ball existed with a simulator. It actually doesn't. Well, anyways, good thing that we don't really go that tall. So let's let's hold totem for now, as it does go for it does. Well, actually no. Let's go for totem now, and if he poisons it, we can transform it. So we should be good here. I mean, not in case that he plays 2 aristocrats using Roderick, but still it's just 4-point bodies. If he wants to poison that, it's good enough. Okay. Okay, we don't really have any artifact. I mean, okay. Yep, this is kind of an artifact. Okay, that is kind of a lot of points. Good. That is a good addition to this deck, man. Yup, nice. But that is a bad play. He should have poisoned his Roderick, I think. That would have been much better play. Let's play all this on.
Need a hand? Just chop one off.
Maybe let's not. Let's play this here.
I'll cleave you in two.
Okay, so I think we should be pretty safe here. I mean, we still have our biggest play here, and Lippy is also 10-point play, so I don't really see him winning. Okay, coup de grace. Maybe he has got like usurper. That is gonna be a big play actually.
What is it you want?
No, it's stress. Okay.
Thinking can be hazardous to your health.
I will not let this become a second Sodom.
Well, that was an alright play. We should got a lot of points, but I think we should still be in a comfortable position.
My troubled ground steps livelier than you.
So yeah, we are already at 29, and I don't think that there is any way he can match up our lost play. Well, he is playing everything on melee. That's bad. Maybe we are gonna like lose 4 points
Stars content, you shall be
because of that,
victorious
but
today.
it should still be okay. Yeah. Let's put in Cerys here. Yep. We actually didn't do one, yeah. So maybe we should have played that on the range draw. Anyways. So yeah guys, Lippy was kind of pretty powerful already before the Witcher expansion, and after the Witcher expansion with the addition of the location artifact and the Snowdrop and all that, now Lippy has got a lot of points too. So it's kind of a very nice deck if you ask me, very strong. And Cerys is like the staple of Lippy, and the Bear Witcher actually are pretty good here along with this location artifact. they kind of play for 11 points once they get healed. So yeah, and the quartermaster is actually a pretty nice card if you ask me. So yeah guys, I mean Lippy is already too popular, a lot of people are already playing it, but if you haven't tried it yet, do sure to give it a try. I mean it's not it's not that much different from the degenerate Lippy that we were having, that people were playing before the expansion, but it's different in some of the ways. Plus it is kind of using some of the new cards here like Snowdrop and Location Artifact and Quartermaster and all that. So do give it a try guys, and if you like the video, be sure to subscribe, like the video or comment on it, and you can kind of give me ideas for the decks that I should be trying, as I'm not really that creative, so it kind of takes time for me to find some interesting decks, maybe online, or it takes a lot of time for me to make some new ones. So anyways guys, hope you have enjoyed the video and hope you have a great day or night. Thank you.